Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we're back for another episode of Portal 2. We're in one of these two-door loading sections. We got double the loading sections in this game than we did in Portal 1. At least in Portal 1, although it is a considerably smaller game with, which is almost inferior in every way. Other than it was the original, and I think it has a more compelling story, or at least it grabbed more people in 2007. But we got elevators as load screens. We've got two doors as load screens that look like this. But then in the facility above us, we also had the doors that were the big circles as load screens. Plus, on a few occasions, we got load screens that would just happen in the middle of nowhere. So they weren't even planning that they were going to need a load screen, and they had to do it. And I hate load screens.
I know things look bleak, but that crazy man down there was right. Let's not take these lemons. We are going to march right back upstairs and make him put me back in my body. And he'll probably kill us because he's incredibly powerful and I have no plan. Wow. I'm not going to lie to you, the odds are 1,000,000 to 1, and that's with some generous rounding. Still though, let's get bad. If we're going to explode, let's at least explode with some dignity.
I'd rather just not explode. Slight holes in the walls, but not billable holes. We have not seen any turrets. Haven't seen the turrets in quite a while, actually. I don't think they were invented until later. So I can, from the position I was at, that's good English for you, was at. From the position I were at? Sometimes my brain just turns to mush. Stay in school, kids. Stay in school. Don't turn out like me. So we've got an opportunity now for some bouncy. It's gonna bounce us up. Now I probably wouldn't want to paint the floor down here with the bounciness. So we're working our way up. We only have like 2,900 more more meters to go, and we'll be at the surface. Although, are we really? We're not even going to the surface. We're going to confront Wheatley, make him put her back in her body, which is just silliness. Why would I even agree to such a plan? This is a dumb plan. She's just going to betray us yet again. We know exactly what she's going to do. Is there a place I can jump off and actually hit something? Well, I can hit lots of things. That's not the real question. The question is, can I hit a white platform where I might be able to put a... No, let's just jump down here. Let's see. So we've got the blue one over here. We're going to put down the orange one on the floor. Okay, I see it. very good. Quick thought I just had. Since Potato's here, GLaDOS in the potato, has now an extra half a volt and could be scheming. Maybe she is scheming to convince me to help her put her back in her body. Almost certainly she is. Maybe she's pretending like she knows who Cave Johnson is. Maybe she has no idea. Maybe it's all just a con. Sure, I know your father. Give me $20. He owed me $20 from 1940. Type con. So we get one of each. I would have a hard time thinking about what is the if you were gonna make more gel, maybe make a slowdown gel, make a gel that doesn't bounce, and make a gel that washes away portals, which they already have that. So they've already invented that. But I'd have a hard time thinking of many more portalish, gelish things that I would want added to this, added to a Portal 3, a theoretical Portal 3. Which again, I must admit, to my knowledge, is not coming out. I have heard no announcement, nothing like that. I do not want to leave people with the impression that I somehow have some inside knowledge that Portal 3 is. The only knowledge I have is the knowledge that says I've heard nothing. Also, if they were going to announce it, it would have been earlier than when I'm recording it, because we are already at the 4-year mark, and it was 4 years between Portal 1 and Portal 2. So if they were going to do one, it probably would have been somewhere within that same 4-year cycle, and they probably would have announced it, I would say, a year earlier than that. That works. Now I just need a little more of this. I can't place in the interesting. Well, that's painting that part. They're doing little droplets here. And I think they've set up the audio to convince me to do this instead. Now I can do this. Notice the little trick there. The little bits of paint, of moon dust gel, worked their way so they would splatter on the outside, so they did not get stuck in an infinite loop. Like this. Also, it doesn't seem like you get sped up as fast as in Portal 1. Which is probably an improvement. You went from 0 to past what was probably terminal velocity in Portal 1 rather fast. Alright, so double bounce. Let's try this again. Bounce. audio cue to show us where we're gonna go. If you didn't look back there, you'd have trouble. Now the general noise of this area is a little too loud for this audio cue. Strange, this is painted white, yet it's still not letting me put a portal. I mean, look, it's not, they've got it programmed very specifically, so it does not cover all of these blocks that they don't actually want it to be portable to. Portable in the sense of able to make a portal. And even when it is able to make a portal like this, look, it's still not working. Little inconsistency. Gel flow going up. Let's see. So the gel went into the air vent here, and it is just painting everything. There's like a, I don't even know if it was really necessary. Watch your step. Am I walking up a wall? I am. I'm just walking up a wall. Doesn't make sense. Game, I think you've forgotten gravity. Maybe these boots really are good at creating friction. I just walked up what looks like and feels like something I should be able to more. I should have been able to slide down but not walk up. Well. I feel like I'm cheating more than I even the game intended there. Feels like I've really cheated out my way out of there. Oh well. We're done with that, so I'm not gonna complain. We've got all these gels flows going everywhere. I just assumed this gel never made it to the main facility. It caused too much cancer or something, so they probably shut it down. We can make a portal over here. Get a little bit higher. Well, there's a big old vault door, and that's what we started with when we got into this area, was a big old vault door. So maybe we are close to an exit. So, assumedly all that got sealed off for cancer-causing reasons. I can only assume. There's nothing down here. I could go back down there and try and get the white white gel, but I don't see a point. Gel pump. Can I get over there? Yes, I can. Good. So let's get here. can I shoot this surface? The rules just don't make any sense anymore. I mean, they really don't. They make no sense at all. It just ran into a little bit of a problem there. These guardrails, not little tip when programming games, make guardrails just slightly lower than the jump height, so you can always jump over them. It makes for a nice, smooth, easy way of me jumping through things. So why this surface? Why is this surface here? Let's see. You can hear the boots making sound. It says transition seal 02. They just painted that white. Oh, there's some frustrations. I should be a game tester. They should pay me to test their games and tell them all the things that they've screwed up that make no sense. If I could do it out of my house and people were willing to pay me to do it, I would. And so many little things. They're not important things. They don't matter. But they're irritating. Oh, so I'm supposed to have shot over here, and so I wasn't even in the right area. It's just, I guess they created one new texture, and that one new texture was enough to was not pre-programmed to reject portals. That is a prime example of what I was talking about. How a Portal 3, a thought of a Portal 3 in the overworld, in the real world, where you don't have highly controlled areas like this. You would just have a nightmare. Now, of course, Assassin's Creed had a similar situation in Assassin's Creed 1, where they kind of had to hand program.
Wait, I have an idea. That poster. Go look at it for a second, would you? Paradoxes. No AI can resist thinking about them. I know how we can beat him.
So why is GLaDOS not blowing up and being confused then by the paradoxes? Is the question there. So what I was talking about, Assassin's Creed in Assassin's Creed 1 kinda had to hand program every single surface that you could climb on. But then around the next game, they had figured out a way of making their engine, and they probably did this even before Assassin's Creed 1, but they certainly improved it in their further games down the line, of having it so that the pre-programmed renderer of the game decides whether or not you can climb on it. And basically it does it just by saying, is there a right angle big enough for you to place your foot and stand on it, or place your hand and pull yourself up on it. And if there is a surface area in the right shape and configuration, you can just climb automatically. So if a Portal 3 came out, maybe they could make an engine that said, is this being rendered at an average color above a certain point? So a white surface. And if they could put that in the engine, that would be great. But then there's tons of extra testing, and there's a lot of physics. Lots and lots of physics going on in Portal 2, and would be going on Portal 3, almost certainly. Way more than what's going on in, like, Assassin's Creed or most games. So let's override this hatch and see what it does. There was just a tiny door behind the other hatch. Pipe's coming down. Oh look, an elevator. Sweet, we can get out of here. And now we are pumping up the gel up to the main facility. So maybe we can use that to our advantage. Is this really an elevator as much as this is just a lift?
If you can get me in front of him, I'll fry every circuit in that little idiot's head. As long as I don't listen to what I'm saying, I should be okay. Probably.
Maybe I'll get lucky, they'll fry each other. So you see these giant springs. These giant springs holding up what I assume is the next floors, the next levels of the facility, making it, I don't know, earthquake proof maybe? A little bit. Actually, these aren't the right kind of device if you want to make yourself earthquake proof, because it only stops vibrations up and down. It doesn't stop side to side vibrations very well. How you make a spring is an interesting electrolysis process.
Okay, so it's not the most watertight plan to go confront an omnipotent power mad AI with. Still, it's a better plan than exploding. Marginally.
So, if you want to make a spring, sorry, the two separate conversations having nothing to do with each other. You take just a piece of metal, probably a specific kind of metal if you want a good spring, and then you twist it around in the shape you want, and then you run electricity through it as it's twisted and bent that way. And by running electricity through it, you add, I think, electrons to it, and so it has a memory of its shape. If you don't run electricity through it, then you just have a wrapped around piece of metal that as soon as you compressed would just bend. So, interesting to me at least, probably not to anyone else. Ooh, Fizzler 2.0 and an elevator 2.0. Well, I guess we are back at the facility. Where is this elevator gonna go? This is the bottom, if anything. If it's condemned vitrification order in 1961. Cosmic ray. So they just condemned the whole thing to get rid of it. Well, there is a box area here, so it is theoretical that you could go down, that elevator could go deeper, but I don't think it does. I think this whole area is shut down and shut off. So let's work our way back up. Good old-fashioned elevators. And a new loading screen. As far as I recall, there's still at least a good chunk of this game, and we have gone pretty far. Chapter 8, The Itch. So, in comparison, I think probably at this point we would have been done with the Taos Principle. Almost certainly we would have been done twice over on Portal. So, Portal 2 feels like it's 2 or 3 times longer. Anyways, that's the end of this episode. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps me out. Looking for subscribers. Want lots of subscribers. If you want to follow me on Twitter or Steam or Battle.net or Google+, all that information is down in the notes. Maybe even some new information. I update the notes on all my videos when I update it, so it all says something similar. Anyways, well, I intend to at least. I haven't actually done it yet, but I intend to. Anyways, that's it for today. Have a good evening.